Hey, you beautiful people. So today is a really, really good day for me because it's the first day that we are going motivated entrepreneurs. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. Let's have a look then. If you just have a look. It says content, and there we go, motivated entrepreneurs. Now, if I'm honest with you guys, I don't like the podcast art now. And the reason is because, see, I've just been running, that's why I'm a bit red. And also yesterday I got burnt in the sun because my son's birthday party, social distancing birthday party on the backfield with his friends and stuff. And I got burnt. So that's why my face is all red. Rosy, shall we say. So I didn't do one of these yesterday. I realised I didn't do one, and I'm really, really sorry. It's because obviously I was with my kid all day and trying to make the day as good as possible. Obviously being in lockdown, it's a bit difficult. So yeah. I'm going to try and get straight into the content now instead of waffling all the time. So what I'm a little bit disappointed with is the podcast art, just because of the word entrepreneurs. It was okay when it said me, but entrepreneurs, as you can see, it's a damn big word. And so I've asked the podcast designers to maybe design it on an angle as well, motivated entrepreneurs, because obviously I don't know if we can fit more in there. I just trying new things and maybe stand out, and then obviously a tagline as well. So just gonna have to update that a little bit. Right, so let's get into the stats then. What have we learned over the weekend? Well, over the weekend it's been a fairly good weekend. If we look at last weekend, it was 229 versus 420, so around about 650, 649. Last weekend 359 So on Saturday, it was 359, and on Sunday, it was 311. So more consistency, and 670 altogether. And so it's not a million miles away. When you have that slump there, it doesn't look as good. But then we have a peak there. So we didn't ever have a badder slump on the Saturday as we did this weekend compared to last weekend. But then we didn't have the high there of 420. So we hit 311. Compared to 420, and on Saturday it was 359. So as a whole, it was just a better weekend. And then when we compare today so far, 120, it looks like it's going to be a good day. The foundations are strong. So how does this compare for the weekly? I kept on looking at this thinking, we're going to beat it. 2542 versus 2537. 5 downloads less. And so it's not anything to go over. It's not a big deal. It's not massive. It's not really important. But it's still less. The facts are it's still less. But it's marginal, isn't it? And when you consider that we had these 2 poor days, then you've got to consider that as a win. Again, I still don't believe these 2 days are true, and that could be just me thinking my podcast is so good it can't have them 2 bad days. Well, we'll see. I'm still waiting for Libsyn to get back in contact with me. I'll have to get in contact with them again. Right, so if we have a look at last week's 420, now this has got to be a positive as well. It was 157 for the downloads on that particular day. For that was the episode that came out that day, 157. And if we have a look at the downloads yesterday, although we was over 100 downloads less, we was on that day, we was more, 162. So, again, it's not massive, but it is a little bit in the right direction. It's going upwards. So that, again, is something that we're proud of. And yesterday, there was 50 episodes listened to. That was what let us down in the total downloads. And the day before, on Saturday, it was almost a whole catalogue. 112, and back on them we would have had 117, so almost a whole catalogue was listened to on Saturday. Again, that is a massive positive for us. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks we'll be starting to go live with these Twitter ads and Facebook ads, and just trying to ramp up this engagement. Also, I bought another course. Love my coursing, so I bought Pat Flynn's course last week, devoured that in one night, and I bought another course about how to get on other podcasts, because that is the organic, probably best way to build an audience. There's only 3 ways of getting audiences: building it, there's buying it, and there's borrowing it. So that is borrowing it. We're borrowing their audience, and we're trying to engage their audience enough to come on my platform and follow me. That's the idea. So with this agency that I can't even tell you the name of it because it's Daniel forgotten his second name, but I might, I don't know how many thousands it is, but I might get on a call with them and see if we can work together and see if we can do something and get me on more podcasts, because that's the way we're going to organically grow this podcast, is to get on more podcasts. Nerve-wracking, yes. Out of my comfort zone, yes. But if you're out of your comfort zone, that means you're going in the right direction. So ultimately, it is the correct thing to do, because every single time I'm scared, then I know that's the universe's way of telling me and dragging me forward to get it down that direction. Don't get me wrong, I'm scared to death of jumping out of a plane, and there's no way I'm going to do that. Absolutely no way am I going to jump out of a plane. However, I do believe that going on other podcasts is probably the right thing to do. Well, it's definitely the right thing to do. It's nerve-wracking. I'm interviewing Dan Bradbury tomorrow, the author of that book. That's going to be nerve-wracking, even though I speak to him all the time. I'm in his mastermind and we have phone calls together. It's Dan Bradbury, and somebody I look up to massively. So I'm interviewing him tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I am going on another podcast tomorrow at 7 a.m. Now, this is one of my friend's podcasts. It's called The Business Lockdown. I don't believe they've got many downloads, but it'll be there's two of them interviewing me, so it'll be a nice introduction to podcast interviews, because I don't believe, have I ever been on another person's podcast? I don't actually think I have. Not one. I don't think so. I don't think I have. I spoke on stage, but I've never been on another podcast. So that'll be interesting. Again, 7 a.m. tomorrow. So get out of your comfort zone. That's the message here. So is there anything else I've got left to share with you today? 311 162. That's basically it. How are we doing today so far? 120, and there's been 21 listens. It's always, by the way, at the early stage, it's always half and half. Half of my total downloads have been on that day's episodes, and the other half of the back catalogue. Let's have a look. Have we increased? 37? No. So anyway, the name's changed. Motivated Entrepreneurs. Hopefully people still like it. I suspect that I may well lose some of my audience, but we'll see. But sometimes you've got to crack some eggs to make an omelette. Well, all the time you've got to crack eggs to make an omelette. But so this is cracking eggs, and hopefully we'll grow and a bigger audience, more purposeful. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're here at this time and still watching me, you are crazy. Right, thanks a lot. Speak to you soon. Bye.